Hey everyone, here's another example from section 3.1, solving application problem. In this problem it says the table below shows the number of visitors of a social sharing site in millions, so the key word here in millions, for selected years, where X represents years after 2007. So X is representing years after 2007, which is why you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's actually 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. And then the social sharing sites in millions. So this is 1.8 million, 6.4 million, 20.3 million, so on and so forth. It wants us to model the data with v of x equals a, basically just the quadratic equation, so the vertex form for a quadratic. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. When we want to write an equation in vertex form from a set of data, the first thing we need to do is figure out, is our set of data, or I guess what type of parabola do we have? Is our set of data increasing or is it decreasing? Well, in this case our set of data is increasing. You can see 1.8 to 6.4 to 20.3 as each year goes by, so that means we have an increasing parabola. So when we have an increasing parabola, our vertex, because we're only dealing with this set of data, no other data points, just these 5 data points, our vertex is going to be the smallest coordinate in our data. So of our 5 data points, because we're increasing here, our smallest data point is going to be the vertex. So that's how we can start writing an equation in this form, as we say v of x equals a x minus h squared plus k. We're going to call the vertex 0, 1.8, and we're going to take the vertex, we're going to plug it in here. So we have v of x equals a x minus 0 squared plus 1.8. So we've plugged in the vertex, and you can see we still don't have an equation because we don't know what a is. So what we're going to do before we do anything else is we're going to plug in another one of these coordinates. So I'm going to use 1, comma 6.4, and I'm going to plug that in to this equation to figure out what a is. So 1, comma 6.4, that means 1 needs to go in for x, 6.4 needs to go in for the v of x. So 6.4 equals a 1 minus 0 squared plus 1.8. I'm going to subtract 1.8 over to this side, and that's going to leave me with 4.6 equals a. 1 minus 0 is 1 squared. So 1 squared then is 1, so I have 4.6 equals a times 1. Divide by 1, obviously, and then you get 4.6 is a. So this is what a is, so we can take that equation, let's rewrite that. V of x equals 4.6 x, I didn't even need this. I'm going to rewrite this. Let's cross that out for a second. We're going to rewrite this as v of x equals 4.6, but I'm going to look at this and I see that x minus 0, that's really just x squared, and then plus 1.8. So this is the equation for part A. So this would be part A. So then for part B, it asks us to approximate the number of visitors to the site in 2013. Well, if we started in 2007, and remember x is the years after 2007, well 2013 is 6 years after 2007. So what they're asking us to do is they want us to take this equation and evaluate it for 6 years afterwards. So that's going to be 4.6 times 6 squared plus 1.8. So then I'll use the calculator, and that'll be 4.6 times 36 plus 1.8 and then I multiply those, and I'll get 165.6 plus 1.8, which when you add those together, we get 167.4. So remember, this is in millions, so 167.4 million social sharing site. So visitors to this site. This is part B.